my stamping friends, this is Oksana from funstamper.com, and today we will be making this fun fold card, super easy, just little interactive, and I just wanted to show you how to make it. So I use my favorite bundle, Bottled Happiness, and so this is how card looks like seems like easy card. You open and you have a message and you open it again. So let's get started and see what supplies you need. For this card you will need Orchid Oasis cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5 square and half. You will need to have 2 strips of designer paper of your choice, measure 1 by 4. You will need a piece that measures 2 3/4 by 4. We're gonna stamp on it. We're also gonna have the same matching cardstock, 1 by 5.5. Your normal insert, 4 by 5.25. We will have another small piece, some DSP, 3/4 by 3, and then scraps for stamping. So let me show you how to make this fold. You don't need any extra cardstock, just your normal 5.5 by 11 scored by 4.25, as I mentioned. Now you will bring the cutter, and what we will need to do, we will need to cut at 1.25 on both sides from one end to the score line. So the easiest is to do using this Stampin' Up cutter. You will position your cardstock to the top at 1.25, and then you're gonna cut and stop at the score line. You'll push your cardstock to 4.25, and you're gonna do the same. You're gonna cut it to the score line, and this is, my friends, is all to that fold. So now let's start assembling and do a little stamping. So to assemble this card, you basically have a lot of choices. You could use any choice of designer series paper or stamping or anything like that, and I just chose, it's easier, 1 inch width, and this piece is 2 3/4 by 4. Not this one. All right, so let me go ahead and start gluing smaller pieces, and we're also gonna do our piece that holds the card together. So apply your favorite glue. This is also why I like this specific dimension. This card, I saw it demonstrators doing in different kind of proportions. Some of them, this piece is a little bit smaller or bigger. I like to work with kind of 1 inch pieces. It's normally, you could make a lot of them from 6 by 6 designer paper. And you glue it here. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna flip those 2 things over like so, and this is where your piece gonna go. So you could use your tear tape or wet glue. I like to work with the wet glue, and just go ahead and apply this portion. You just need to be careful not to put too much. Wet glue is really nice because you have some wiggle room to glue it properly. So you could adjust to make sure it's nice and straight. Push it a little bit. And let's let it dry. So here, this one gonna open like so. And I chose, you could kind of leave this piece kind of how it is, but I like to add a little bit of DSP. So I chose to do a strip that was laying around to give this card little finished look. All right, now let's go and do some stamping. Here is my 2 3/4 by 4 piece, and we're gonna stamp the flowers. It's a two-stamped image, and what I will do, I will start with the flowers first. When you will take your flowers, it's a little trick to align. When I did my class, I actually mark where is the top, and I do my flowers first. In this case, I wanted to stamp as close to the top as possible and to center it. And for my leaves, the easiest way to align is actually to look in the center. So flowers have like 4 or 5 centers. It's the easiest way just to line up the centers. Let's see. Ta-da, perfect. I would like to stamp my happy birthday message on the bottom, and it's going to be covered by flap. And let's do little stamping inside. Bring my scrap piece of paper. I'm gonna stamp another bottle, the ones that we're not gonna cut, kind of towards the bottom. And little leaf inside, I'm just gonna ink portion of it, not the entire piece. And stamp. All right, one last thing what we need to do, we need to stamp our bottle. And I chose to do this bottle in gray granite. And I will do 2-step stamping, but use the same ink. Here's my top. That stamp is so cool. I just love anything with a bottle and different sentiment. I love it. And one extra thing, I want the front to have little greeting tag. So what I did here, I took a stylish shape. I cut one and cut this in half, so to have 2 tags. And we will do sending cheer. Sometimes you could say, why not? I like the sentiments that this stamp set has. We will stamp a sentiment. All right, let's put the card together. Get this one out. You could leave your happy birthday as it is. I chose to take Parakeet Putty blender pen and kind of add a little bit of color to birthday. So we are ready to glue. This is to inside. So see, we're not gluing it over here. We're gluing when the first flap is open. And let's glue the inside. Let's punch a bottle. And we will add the bottle with dimensionals. That's so cute. Let's add 2 dimensionals, maybe one big one on the bottom. We want it like so. And let's center on the flowers. And then our sentiment, if you want to, you could always cut this an angle to create little tag. Let me do that. Just little tiny piece. And we're gonna put a dimensional on a bottle and add I have a little tag. I made a bow from Parakeet Party ribbon. Loves this one. It's just so kind of skinny and easy to work with. We will go ahead and add it with a glue dot. To the tag, and to finish up you could add a couple of rhinestones to both sides. You could add rhinestones inside. Let's just bling it, why not? Let's just add at least 3 to the centers of the flowers. And we are done. This is really quick card. Look impressive and easy to mass produce. All right, here we have it. Here is the card we just made. Opens like that, and you could write a message. If you need any supplies, visit funstamper.com and you will be able to order there, and visit my blog for more ideas. Until then, happy stamping. Bye!